Welcome back to Livie'S Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, all my artists, creatives, crafters, and makers. Welcome back to the Lovely Lab and our next segment of Leftovers in the Lovely Lab, which I basically take scraps that I have left over from projects that I've worked on over the last month or so, and I use them to create new things before I send them to the garbage bin. And in this episode, I am going to take the leftover scraps from the Christmas stuff that I've been working on, the last video being the clusters, which I'll put a card up in the corner, and I'm going to use the larger pieces to create a collage that I will use for a journal cover. And my thoughts are to create a what do you call it, TN size journal cover. So I think my first step will be to more or less make sure that I know what size that's going to be. I'm going to score that or fold it, and then I'm going to get to gluing, and I want to score it first, because if you don't do that, then it becomes harder to fold once you have all the glues and stuff on top of it. Plus, I plan on doing a little sewing, patchworking, if you will, on top of it. So these are the papers that I'm going to be using, as mentioned before, the leftover scraps. And then I found these off to the side, so I might use those as well. It just depends. I might use them as pockets, but we'll see once I get going. What I typically will do is lay down the pieces that I have just to see if they will cover. And if they cover, then I know that I can break them apart and use them. No, I won't be using that. No, I won't be using that. And use them to... If what I have covers, then I can tear them apart and spread them out, and it'll still cover. So but I always make sure that I have a little bit more than what is here, because once you start tearing and ripping, sometimes you don't always get a format that fully covers. So that'll make more sense as I go along here. So I'm just pulling out the largest pieces that coordinate and will make sense here. Okay, and I need a little bit of coffee dyed or craft colored paper, craft colored cardstock. And then I'm going to go ahead and just start laying it down. Because why? Ooh, I'm going to use that as a pocket. Because I can. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to bore you with all my talking, because God knows I got a lot of that going on. I'm going to go ahead and start tearing this up. Throw some music on. And if you want to, you can pull out your scraps and collage along with me. Now, just so you know, this is one of the mailers. I've mentioned this a number of times in my videos. This is one of the voting mailers from 2020 that came in mail. I probably had about, by the time I was done gessoing all of them in the half-size sheets, I probably had about 60 to 70 of them. And I've used them in quite a bit of my crafting for journal cards and journal covers, bases for greeting cards, and a number of different projects. So when you get these mailers in the mail, and you know primaries are coming up next year, don't throw them out. Hold on to them, and then when you get a day, a Saturday or so, go ahead and gesso them all at the same time, and save yourself some extra cardstock. Waste not, want not. So that being said, guys, I am going to go ahead and pause this show and grab yourself your scraps and some coffee, some tea, or sit back and relax and watch. But I'm going to get started now. And also, before I go any further, if you are new to the channel and you're interested in this whole series, this is a great time to hit the subscribe button, because along with that notification bell, you want to be able to receive all of the notifications and all of the uploads that come with this craft community in the Lovely Lab. And for those that are returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back. This is a great time also to hit that thumbs up button while we waiting. I'll wait. Okay, that's enough. All right, give me a second. I'll be back. Okay, so this is the collage. This is the finished collage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and scan this in so that I can have this if I choose to use it, or I can print it off and use it throughout the journal. And it's for, tear it apart and use it in the journal. And then after I scan it, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the sewing machine and just add some stitching to it and then scan it again. Okay, so for right now, I am going to scan it, stitch it, and scan it again. All right, so let me just let y'all see. Now, one quick tip I want to share with you is when you are collaging with cardstock, because you can mix pattern paper with cardstock. The heavier the cardstock, you want to use a wet glue. Otherwise, it won't always adhere to, if you put into another cardstock or a different type of material. So wet glue for the cardstock for collaging, okay? When possible. I'll be back. Okay, so now that it is stitched and scanned, it is ready to be backed, and that is what I will do off camera. And I also will be adding some pages to this. This is going to be a very basic journal, but what I want to do is take some of the coffee dyed or tea dyed pages that I have, some scrap papers that I have, and just create a little TN. Possibly reusable, make this cover reusable. We'll see how that goes. Put a little fabric along the side, perhaps. But yeah, nevertheless, I'm going to create, take some pages, put some watercolor and some festive colors on them using the jelly print. So stay tuned for that. And up in the corner right there will be a playlist to the leftovers from the Lovely Lab. And that way you can kind of just binge watch at your leisure if you haven't already watched all the videos. Anyways, so that completes this little project here. And I want to thank you all so much for watching and for traveling along this, what do you want to call it, scrappy journey with me. I appreciate your company. And until we're back here together on YouTube, guys, stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay creative and crafty. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie'S Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.